Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk you through a make, just something I made recently for Christmas. While I've been out shopping, I've had my eye on these light up pictures for Christmas. However, they start about £10, from about £10 and upwards I've seen them. And I thought, that's quite expensive for what it is. So I had a go at myself. I'll turn it over and you can see the back. And although the back's quite untidy, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to finish it off. And I just thought, it's as good as any of the ones that are in the stores. So I'm going to talk you through how I done it. It's really quite easy. First off, I bought 2 gift bags. I bought them quite large because the photo frames that I had were these. My son had these pictures up in his wall just not that long ago, but he took them down and he didn't want to get rid of them. He thought that they were still quite good and quite good nick. So of course Mother got them to store them, but Mum didn't like them. So when I was doing this project I thought that would just be perfect for me because I'm going to recycle them. Now a lot of these frames, they're really cheaply made, so they're really easy to strip down. This here, into my finger off, it's just staples and it's just holding in the front design, and this is kind of suede fabric, so it was peeling off really easy, as you see. So all in, I had 3 of these frames. So I bought 2 gift bags, 2 different kinds, and out of the 2 different bags you can actually get 4 frames. Because the picture, obviously you have a picture on both sides of the gift bag. So that was quite good value, considering that I only paid 69 pence for the gift bag. And they were really quite large gift bags. These frames here are about a 12 by 12 inch size. So they're a good size as well. Just a nice size for the lights that I got. I got a set of 20 rice lights in the pound shop, and I'll show you them when we get to them. This here, it's just a nail file. It's got a nail file and it's got a wee chisel end and it's got a wee end. I use this for scooping up paint and all sorts of things. It's really quite handy. Right, all the staples are out. All the fluff's nearly off. And when these are constructed, you'll just go, wow, how cheap. But they're not that cheap to buy. Now underneath the picture there is cardboard. On the other ones I took this cardboard off as well. And I put it just falls off, really. And I put my own cardboard on. Now, the next thing I done was I cut the bags. As I said, this was a huge bag. It was maybe about 24 by 24. And I cut it right down. I cut it down to a 12 by 12 and I cut a piece of card 12 by 12 as well. In order to stick the picture to this, you can either use a spray adhesive, but again, I use what I've got, and I've had this Mod Podge for some time anyway, and I'm trying to get the use out of it. So I use an inch brush, spread it all over in the cardboard as well, adhere both of them together, and I normally would lie that flat, usually overnight, and I would put a weight on it. Now, don't laugh, but my weights are the glass blocks. I use the glass blocks quite a lot, so they're a handy wee weight as well. They're not only for making your own crafts. Now once you've done that and you've let it set overnight, the next thing is to glue it onto your frame. Now I've got a different picture here. This is the other bag that I bought and I chopped it down. So I'm going to have 2 with the deers and I'm going to have 2, I think, with the Santa. He's out of shot. Now, I use a smaller brush. I use a 1/4 inch brush round the outside of the cardboard with the Mod Podge and on the frame as well. And then I just turn it over and stick it down. Now when I'm putting a weight on this overnight, I turn it upside down and I put the weight on it. Now you can either cut this all to size before you do it, but if you're not competent at cutting and making sure it's exactly to size or what you want, you can trim it a wee bit bigger so that once it's all dry and it's glued in the morning, you can turn it upside down onto your craft mat. Use your X-Acto knife or whatever you've got and trim it to size that way. Whatever way is easiest for yourself. My way isn't set in stone, I'm just telling you how I done it. And if you want to do it for yourself, give it a go. At this stage on this one, I actually added the glitter trim. Mainly I was just keen to see what it looked like. But for the reindeer one, there's not much embellishment on that. I put a load of glitter on it myself and the sign at the bottom. That's really all I wanted because the picture itself's quite simple. So I wanted to keep the trim quite simple. I think up there I'll maybe put something like Let It Snow or something. Cut it in silver and in white card because that'll bring in the silver and the white through the bottom. But anyway, back to this one. You glue it overnight. Oh, there it's there. Sorry, I'm talking to myself there. Glue it overnight and let it sit. And in the morning or whenever you're going to do it, you turn it over. I look at it and I see where these snowflakes are and I think, I have a rough idea in my head where I want the lights to shine through. Now with the reindeer one, I poked all the holes first. I made all the holes first where the lights are. I'll switch it back on so as you can see. And I had put some down here to shine underneath the sign, but I wasn't quite happy with it. So I've covered up these ones down the bottom. So when you're doing this, my advice would be to do them one at a time. Do the holes one at a time. Put your lights on as you're doing it. See if you like it, and if you don't, you know, you'll know where to put the next one, is what I'm trying to say. Now all I done to make the holes in was, now I put my hands behind it, and again, I'm no fussy if I prick my finger or anything like that, but you might want to use a foam mat or a pricking mat or something like that. Now there's a living room light and a bedroom light up here, in here in the cottage, here and here, and obviously the lantern down the bottom, so you really want to put some lights in there. So first off, I'm just going to poke a tool in the centre of this wee light and poke a hole. Now, you don't want to go all the way up to the hilt. You don't really want a big hole. You don't want to get right up to the end of your pokey tool or whatever you're using to poke the holes. You just want a wee hole, not a great big one. The lights actually shine through really well. And if you've got a big hole, it's a bit much. Test your lights before you stick them on. These ones are quite dull. And I've got bright white ones that I use for the reindeer, so I would use them rather than these ones. But you can see, without the light and with the light. So, poke your hole, turn it over. Obviously this is going to be stuck to this frame. You would turn it over and start by using some masking tape or double-sided tape, whatever you want to use, and stick your lights down. Easy as, simple as that. Now these lights, these rice lights, there's no heat, there's nothing comes off them, and they're quite safe to use. Well, I have found them quite safe to use with a masking tape. But you suit yourself, you find your way of doing it. This has worked for me and I've not had any problems. But please do your own safety checks and check it out for yourself. I put the tape over the top of the light and I press it all round about the bulb, and that holds it above the hole exactly where I want it. Okay, turn it over. You can see the wee dot. See it? The wee dot of light. Have a wee look. Where do you want the next one? Possibly here. I would maybe put it up here. Now remember, this is going to be stuck to your frame when you do this. Another wee hole again, casting a shadow there. Turn it over. You can see the hole easily. Yep. You can see the hole easily that's been made. Get your masking tape, take a wee bit off. Hold your light on top of it. Right on top of the hole. And stick it down. Now, as I said, I've left this one open for you to see what it looks like in the back. You're going to think, Jinx, to hang, that's an awful mess. What I'm going to do to finish that off is just put a plain piece of white cardboard on the back. I'm going to cut a hole here, or wherever my battery pack's going to be. I'm going to cut the hole to allow me access to get my finger in to switch it on and off. And then, as you see, complete cover up. You won't see any of the gubbins on the back, any of the mess. Now, that's as hard as it gets. It's real simple, really easy. Please don't be scared to have a go. Have a go and see what it looks like. I don't think I've got that one right over the hole. It's not hard to put it, move it again, put it right over. As I say, that'll be stuck to your frame. You'll have stuck that overnight. And you can see the light, you can see them shining through. The two wee lights there. If I switch them off, they'll disappear. These lights are not very bright, these ones. These are a warm glow light, whereas this one here is the bright white light. And you can see the difference. The bright white lights really are quite bright. The warm glow, I suppose it would depend on what your picture is and what you're going to do with it. Anyway, that's that. As I say, this one I put a trim on already. I had a die cut of icicles and I cut it out of silver self-adhesive paper and stuck it on. Obviously, I might put some glitter or something round. Just trim it up a wee bit more. But there you go. That's another wee project. And as I say, it was pictures my son already had he was going to throw out. They cost me nothing. 2 gift bags at 69p each. And 2 sets of lights at £1 each. So for less than £4, I'm going to have at least 2 pictures anyway. If I want to put another £2 to it, I can have the 4 pictures. So have a go. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have a go. If you have any questions, just drop me a line down below and I'll get back to you and answer them. I'm looking for some love on my channel. If you give it a wee view, I would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe. You can link to my videos or anything like that. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you. Bye.